We're starting Hutton tonight. We feel that Carter's really been working hard off ice, and just feels like the right game to bring him back in.
And good numbers against this club.
Yeah, I mean, I always get that influence a little bit from Mike and I speak about how players have done before, but this one is really a call just on gut that it's a good time to bring him into the circle and let him carry the ball here tonight, where he, as you've already insinuated, has felt really comfortable in the past.
In defense.
So we're gonna make that call tonight officially. We have made a decision there, but we'll warm up with 7 and 12, and then make the call.
We've heard guys talk about the leader that Carter is. Do you get the sense they'd really want to rally around him, get him a result?
Yeah, no, for sure. He's a strong character, and always cheering for the guys when he isn't playing. So there's no question that we're hoping. This feels like a game where we just need a little bit of a spark to get us right back onto the game we want, which we lost it for 2 periods last game, and we found it in the third, which can be a good sign. Often that leads into the next game. But adding any little spark we can is of value, and we think putting Carter in will certainly bring strong leadership into the team again.
What is Eichel doing, or has he been doing this season, that's different versus either when you watched him on tape before you got here or earlier this season, that's allowed him to have the success he's having?
Well, I think he's just continuing to build his game. I mean, this is a product. What we're seeing here is a product of what he's been doing for the last 5, 6, 7 years. This doesn't happen overnight, but more than anything, it's his commitment to the game without the puck, which is surprising probably everybody that I always speak to about, because everybody wants to speak about what he's doing with the puck. But I think he's taking that role extremely important. He's playing against the top lines of other teams all the time, trying to shut them down and win those games within the game means a lot to him right now. And I think his offense is breeding out of that, and it's coming without the same pressure possibly as in the past, because he feels good about a strong defensive game. His plus minus speaks for that, and his commitment and his tracking has just been world class, which is something that we're so pleased about as it leads everybody else down that same track.
Is this just the maturation of the natural maturation of a player from 18 to 23, or are you using him maybe differently than previous coaches did in the past?
Yeah, I can't really answer that question. I think that what we have is we have an entire group buying into Sabres hockey, which is his own personality. It has its own style. I mean, we're looking at other teams. There's pieces and bits of us all over the place in the league, but we feel our package is unique for us, and that gives a player like Jack a foundation to go into every game on, knowing where he needs to go when, and he's completely committed to that since the first day of training camp. And I believe that helps your offensive game insofar as that doesn't always work every night, but the rest of it can and will if we stick to it and we can stay mentally strong. And that's the way I see Jack, as a part of the whole and profiting from the whole.
As good as Eichel's line has gone, obviously the opposite of that is, excuse me, where you are with Skinner right now. 1 point, -7, low ice time. What has happened to his game?
Yeah, I mean, more than anything, he needs to continue to trust the core system that we're playing and build the offense out of that. I think what happens often with a player who's expected to score is they start squeezing their stick and trying too hard and maybe ending up on the wrong side of pucks, and the opportunities actually go down versus up because of the way we play. If we come underneath pucks and we're surging together out of strong defense, your opportunity actually will grow, as it does with the Eichel line. And for Jeff, he's working hard, he's focused, he's dedicated to the game, and you can see we're throwing a lot of different line combinations out there in and around the team, and one of them is getting him going and finding the right combination for him. And I believe the most important thing is to hold the line that he's on as far as the work ethic is concerned off the ice and in practices, and within the game just trusting the system to and our principles of play to get him into offensive positions. That'll be the most important thing for him to focus on right now.
How tough is it for a guy like that when he's now a big money contract guy and he's never been in his career. When he goes into a slump, he starts squeezing more.
Yeah, I think the first year of any deal that carries that responsibility is one where you need to work hard together with the player. I think that it's pretty normal that changes the pressure that you have, and that's why we're there as coaches, to work with challenges where the players need to find their A game within those new frameworks and within the new expectations that are out there. And again, we feel that we're working down the right track together with him, and that the goals will come, and when they come, they'll come in bunches.
Is it worrisome that a lot of people say, well, he only got his goals because he played with Jack, and now he doesn't get to play with Jack, and he's not producing?
Well, as far as I know, he's one of the top 5-on-5 scorers in the National Hockey League over the last years. So he had 1 year with Jack and other years with other players. So I disagree with that. I think that right now we decided to make a switch on the second power play and the first power, the group that starts usually. And I think that you'll see reduced ice time because of that. Combination just wasn't working, and it wasn't really against any individual. It was against the whole. And now this one is working. So you lose minutes there, and you need to try and find them in other places. And that's why when we reduce to 11 forwards, it's often good to bring guys up who are possibly dropping because of other things. But yeah, I think he's when you look at the shots on net and you look at the opportunities that he's getting, you can see his genius, you can see the brilliance, and he's just got to find the back of the net, get a couple, and I'm sure he'll get back on track.
One leftover from Tuesday, the decision to go 6-on-4 when you did, it's an interesting paradigm and analytics study. I mean, how much of that was simply momentum and gut feeling from that game?
Yeah. Well, we generally will target pulling the goalie at the 2:30 mark anyways, right? So they were overlapping, and you don't want to kill your power play with the risk of every shot going down, potentially ending the game. And we had the same call, just a couple of games ago, and it felt like the right thing to do to still get 30, 35 seconds of a 6-on-4 like we did against the Islanders. And I would still do it again. I think mathematically there's a point where you have to increase your risk. So 30 to 45 seconds left in a power play. Going 6-on-4 generally should not allow a goal against. There shouldn't be that awareness of what we're doing, and if we lose possession, how you need to be above all those four guys really quickly. We've done really well in the past, and it was an unfortunate puck loss there that led to the goal against. So it's again trying to find ways to do things that might surprise the opposition too. I think Risto streaming down there to the front of the net is kind of a threatening feel for the penalty killers, and we might come up with another play of some sort in a desperation play to never give up on a game.